So let's talk about the linebacker situation with the Dallas Cowboys. In my humble opinion, as you know, this is the position group that embarrassed us versus the Packers. But could we blame them? This is that storm that came is what been forecasted plenty of games before. So this is how we lost to the 49ers. This is how we lost to the Dolphins. This is how we lost to just all the running teams. They tested our small linebacker in the 4-2-5 we were running out there, being mainly speed rush guys on the front lines, and then a one true linebacker, really not even that. And they converted safety. So we essentially was running a 4-7 because those two guys just DBs. But I'm really loving what Zim is going to come in to do. What Zim does, I believe he's going to come in and run a traditional 4-3. He wants two big guys eating up the middle. He wants three linebackers roaming, maybe coming off the edge, blitzing Will, Sam, etc., and a true Mike scraping across, being able to run sideline to sideline. And I feel like we've gotten that this year. So far, we've this is probably from being in a year or from our off season, going from being one of our weakest position groups to being actually our strongest on the defensive side, in my humble opinion. If you think about it, I know it's hard to believe, but look, we already know the D line situation. We already know with the cornerback situation. We got Bland, but Bland is an aggressive, cornerback. I still need him to get better at the fundamentals of just stopping a guy. He had a certain archetype of receiver that kept getting him. DK got at him, except, I'm not gonna get too deep in that. But and Trayvon Diggs coming back off of ACL. There's a difference between rehabbing in the summer and training. So he's not going to be the same. I'm hoping there's going to be a curve for him getting back, and I'm hoping he can get back to that, but I'm not going to count on that. So the linebackers are actually, based on what we've done, it's probably our strongest position group, especially on the defensive side of the ball. We got an Eric Kendricks, okay? And he's the guy who's going to be able to translate, who been in Zim scheme. We still got Damone Clark, who's he's on the hot seat this year. Really is. He had he came in, he was starting after Van Der Esch went down, and Cowboys fans, and I know the coaches did not like how it ended, but can you blame him? But this is a different scheme. So Damone Clark is not Zim's guys. He didn't bring him in, so he's got to earn his way onto this scheme. We got. Who we're going to talk about today is Marist Liufau. We just signed we got Damian Wilson back. And we got, plenty of undrafted free agents that's coming in. What I like about this group, there's a nice blend of pretty much players from every season in a career. We got fresh guys coming in that are hungry coming in. We got guys we drafted who have a lot to prove and to be a part of this defense. And we also have guys who need to earn their spot back, who's coming in with a chip on their shoulder. And then we got the veterans. We got guys who been there, done it, still trying to prove themselves. But you know what? They're here to be able to teach the young guys and also still be able to prove that they belong in this league. So there's guys in every season of their career in this defense, and I'm pretty much loving it. And what I'm really loving is all these guys are pretty much heavier. I really hated seeing the weight of having DBs back there at linebacker. So I'm really excited for what we got going on this off season. But we're gonna get into who the Cowboys picked in the fourth round, being Marist Liufau. Now, when he's up there, I'm gonna be honest. Marshawn Lloyd, running back out of USC, was there on the board, and I was hoping we can get him with one of those picks. But look, when they picked him, he was one of those guys that were like, hey, I gotta go watch the film, and I did. And man, I understand why they love him. I understand. Look, you gotta understand, Cowboys fans, this was not a flashy draft. Marshawn Lloyd would have been, one of those picks. But the Cowboys are looking to fix everything that went wrong purely in the draft and cuts. So you gotta understand this is what we're dealing with. We know this is not the right way, but hey, we gotta deal with the cards that dealt with us. So let's get into this film. So before we're gonna jump into this film, I always wanted to show, some stats with the linebacker. The linebacker position is a stat that very much can affect the total defense, in my opinion, especially with success. They impact both pass and run game with a hand in it if they're done and doing their job correctly. And I just wanted to read you a breakdown of what I found interesting and I think showed up from Liufau's individual stats, and I believe showed up here. So first of all, as a freshman, in 2020, Liufau saw 10 games. He played a total of 206 snaps, recorded 13 tackles, 3 assists, and 10 stops. Okay, but he notched in 0 pass breakups. His sophomore season, played 12 games, more games this year, 601 snaps, recorded 30 tackles, 17 assists, and 15 stops this year, okay? With only 1 pass breakup. Listen to this. 2023, his junior season, played 12 games, 595 snaps, 29 tackles, 14 assists, 22 stops, and chalked up 1 pass breakup, and when targeted, they were passing 90.2 on him. All right, and he also produced 26 total pressure and total hurries. 26 total pressures and 17 quarterback hurries, 4 QB hits, and 5 sacks this year. Okay, my bad on the year before. It was sophomore year. He got only 10 quick QB hurries, no QB hits, and 1 sack during that year. So he jumped from 1 sack to 5, from 1 QB hit to 4, and from 10 QB hurries to 26 to 17 QB hurries and more pressures this year. Okay, so what I'm noticing is Liufau is not a guy who's going to come in and be an immediate impact on a run game, but hey, I feel like he has some transitional skills. That's what we care about. He don't lose takes of the channel. We care about those transitional skills that can transition into another field of what you haven't done before, because that's all that matters, especially when going from level to level and from skill to skill. He is a bullet. His nickname is the Missile. He is very impactful in the passing game when guarding the hook, the flats, curls, whether it be. And I believe I wanted to show this screen right here because it reflected. As you can see, this is the total defense. This is the total defense for this year. And look where Notre Dame is. Number 5 in the country when it comes to total defense. I'm going to say it again. Number 5 in the country when it comes to total defense. Michigan was number 1. If you follow college football, they were good. Shout out to University of Ohio, man. Small school, but they're going up. They're doing their thing. Only allowing 276.3 yards per game on 809 plays. Almost 3,600 yards, 4.44 yards per play. That's very good. That is top in the country. Now, let's go to their specifically, the pass defense. This is where he had a hand in the defense. Look at this. Notre Dame, number 3 in the country when it comes to the passing game defense. Okay, 13 games, 109 offensive completion percentage. These are the yards per attempt, 5.5. That this team was stifling on defense, suffocating on defense regarding the pass. So I just wanted to highlight that before we dive right into this. So this is the film. Shout out to Voch Lombardi again. He provided the clips. I'm going to provide the breakdown as per usual. This is him right here, number 9, long hair. He's from Hawaii, Hawaiian kid. What he reminds me of, honestly, he reminds me of a mix between Tyler Hufanga and Fred Warner, and I looked up the draft grades of them coming out of college. It's very similar. They weren't very good. Especially Fred Warner, they said he was not very good in tackling, especially open field in the run game. But guess what? And Tyler Hufanga was not very athletic, but he had instincts, and I feel that's what Marist Liufau. That's what he has. He has a great first step, great instincts, very smart. He's very intuitive. He's coming downhill. As an offensive lineman, I very much hated playing smart linebackers because, as you know, football is 90% mental, 10% physical. I explained in the Cooper BB video on how, everyone in the NFL is not athletic or athletic freaks. You watch film, you study tendencies, and you understand when teams get lined up in certain formations, they have tendencies to run these certain type of plays. Obviously, this is blocked a certain way. It's only that way. And if it's to a spot, the game is all about beating them to the spot. That's what Marist Liufau prides himself on. And I very much see that in his film. He's very much so he's beating the guys to the spot. One thing that I thought was very impressive when the Cowboys played the Niners this year was for Fred Warner, is how he was beating guys to the spot in the passing game. He knew the routes. He knew we was gonna run when we were gonna run the rub route right behind him and try to come in. He passed it off perfectly, and he was in the way because you know why? I know he was like, man, I watched film this over the offseason, man, and I understand. I'm playing 10 steps ahead, and I'm playing wild and free, and I'm having fun. And I feel like that's what Damone Clark lacked. He was not having fun because he didn't grasp the entire defense. And when you're not doing that, you play slow. Thus, you get left behind. So, this is him. He's going to highlight it for us. Look at him. Look, immediate. He sees. Stop it right here. 71 is the right tackle. Coming around for a counter. What is this? Let's see. A counter. He sees the tackle going and the tight end trying to replace. He's staying square to I love how he's staying square to the line of scrimmage, not immediately taken downhill. He understands how the run fits is supposed to set up. And if you understand that, you understand where you should be able to meet. Speaking of Marshawn Lord, this is who I wanted him. This is the guy who was drafted right before him. This is what Cowboys fans running. This is him. I love how we got this play first. Boom, he's right there. He's there. I love it. He's there. That's all I'm running for. He's there. If that makes sense, he's there. That's the proper run fit. That is anticipating where it's going to be. You're seeing your linebacker mate is taking on a block. He takes it on correctly. He forces it back inside, and you're right there in the crease. You're right there. Wrap up, make the tackle. That's him in a run game. This is him again. They said I read his report. They said he's a very good blitzer. This is where he got the missile nickname from, because he's a very good blitzer. He's very, very fast. I love this quick moves. This quickness will stifle almost any old lineman, man. Somebody who's blitzing this fast with a combination of Zim running, hiding disguise blitzes. The sky's the limit for this kid. Just imagine him. I know he's gonna get a lot of burn, especially in the kickoff, being able to, filling in the gap in the lane, punt. This is translatable skills that we're looking at, and I'm telling you that I'm looking at that, man. So, yeah, this is him from depth again. Number 9 with the hair, loving the hair, man. It's gonna be a great brand if he can turn into somebody, bro. Very much so. Patient. Let it develop. Let it develop. We got double teams across the board, so we're going downhill. So when you look, everyone's at bay. Keep it at bay, because they can obviously come back with a play action and throw it right over your head. This is what Damone Clark. This is how he got lost He always come up. If he come up a little bit, them RPOs, especially at the college level, they throw it right back over his head. Let it develop. Boom, come down here. Take on the block. They're going up to you. Right there. Stay free. Stay free. Stay free. Make the play. That's a huge play right here. Because the line pretty much got blocked up. And, I mean, the 56 get a little hung up. But I feel like him using his hands, punching, staying free, makes the tackle. I love the patience right there as a linebacker. Right here, he understands. Look, he's going down here. Look, this is play recognition right here. Play recognition right here, man. We got another. This is another counter action. Number 12 is coming down for his end, coming down. He's gonna put the outside shoulder in his chest, or just literally force it back inside to our guy. I'm saying number 8, Marist Liufau, who's already coming down here. He must have been watching film. He's shooting the gap. Oh, he's already on a spy. He's on a spy. Hey, look, he's the blitzer, and he forces the interception. That's a hurry. And that's the number 1 overall pick right there that he's doing it to. Coming from depth, same play. We're seeing like how he was patient. Look, the play was forced to him. They run like some type of play action with the counter action, and he's replacing. Look at that closing speed. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. We're gonna need that. That's because the NFL is full of playmakers like him. We need to affect these quarterbacks, man. I'm loving it, man. Here he is again, and from depth. They look like they're coming. We got some wall offs here. Boom, boom. We got look like a passed off double team. They're trying to work up, go up to the next level to him. There's a lane forming up. This is a run play. There's a lane forming up right here that he needs to come fill, but he needs to fight over the face of 56. Will he do that? Yeah, I like that. I like that. He fights over. This could have been even a bigger game. This could have been an even bigger game. And look, him fighting over, that's damn near a holding call in the league. It really is. It's damn near. But he's fight. I love the fight, man. He needs to get. I need to see a bit more right there. But I trust what the Cowboys can do in coming in and teaching that, man. So from depth again, he takes a step inside because the guard he's reading the O lineman, but it's a misdirection. So let's see if he can come back over. Boom! This is him, and this is his moneymaker right there. He's out in space. He's out in space making plays, man. In the coverage, pass coverage. It's his bread and butter. There he is on the blitz. Oh my God! Look! Blows up this 32. He puts him in his lap. Boom! That's a hurry sack, whatever. Probably it's not gonna give him a full sack. It's a half sack, but look, that's a great blitzing, man. Coming up and blowing up that blocker. It's a wide shot. Now he's up on the line. Oh, great extension. Who is this? Trying to see if that's a tight end or is that a tackle over? Look, a tight end. He's up high. Boom, sits the tight end. Look, sits him in the lap. Rip over, make the play. Great pop on that tight end, man. Great pop. He sees that he blocks in. Great pop, man. Great pop. Again versus USC. He's on a delayed blitz. I love that. He's on a delayed blitz. Coming from depth. Let him go back. Patient with it. Let it. Hey, fight. The fight. I love the fight from this guy. I love his energy. From depth this time. Not over the B gap. Like look how this set up. The counter action. I love his patience. He keeps it as he shuffles down the line. He's keeping his shoulder square to the line of scrimmage. And when the old lineman is coming up to get to his level, he's immediately ripped, like, getting parallel and ripping through and making sure no one gets hands on him as an old lineman. And he's using his arms to extend to make plays right here. They're both coming over. Look, his play is blown up thanks to 32. He forced it outside, and now it's to you. Run. Sideline to side. Boom. That's a burst right there. I like that. That's a track down. A lot of film versus USC. Cycling through again. Yeah, I mean, this kid, I see it. I see what the Cowboys are seeing. They're trying to get smart, intuitive players who can come in and learn a scheme, especially a new scheme we got coming in. That's very important, especially because we're not running the 4-2-5. I believe he can come in and be, if everything work out, he's our Mike linebacker of the future. Because I'm just guessing Eric Kendricks is not going to be here for long. Because he's trying to get another contract somewhere else, and I just predicting the Cowboys are not going to play him. So I trust this guy to come in and have a mind for a sponge, and be able to, take all these, this knowledge he's going to get from Zim, from Kendricks, from all the other veterans we have on his team, and be able to match this, because I believe his bread and butter is in the passing game and blitzing. So only thing he needs to get better is being more decisive with, like, right there. I want him to boom, like, put that shoulder through and meet that running back earlier. Closing speed, the weight program is gonna get him right in order. So this kid is gonna be phenomenal with the Dallas Cowboys. Honestly, solid pickup, especially on special teams. He's gonna be a dog, in my opinion. So that's it for this for the linebackers. We're gonna keep making more content. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video. Follow all the links. Communicate with me, man. I just want to hear your thoughts, your thoughts about these picks that we have. What can we do differently? What you're excited for? What you're disappointed in? I love to hear it all, because I can incorporate it in my content, and yeah, we can just bounce it off. We're trying to make sure we're trying to work what we got, Cowboy fans. So thank you again. Till next time. Peace.